Hello, 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 and welcome to Rainbows Rising, where we ascend together. I'm your host, Rainbow Raaja. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every episode and doing the work and sharing the podcast with others who might really benefit from the content, and for leaving reviews and for messaging me and setting up sessions. I'm so excited when you guys reach out and do all those things. It means the world to me. It really does. So here we are. We're going to talk about channeling some more. I got several questions this week, not just from listeners, but from actual clients and from people in classes I was taking. How do I channel? How do I know how to talk to my guides? And I really want to dive a little bit deeper into what I covered last week and just be really precise about how to connect with your guides, how to know when you're working with the right guide. So this is just for me, it's very personal story. Everybody's different. We all have our own paths. So I know growing up, I had certain connections to certain names. I had certain connections to animals. There were people that came up in my dreams numerous times. And when I was drawing, I would see the same faces. I would draw the same faces. All of those ended up being clues to who my guides were, who my power animals were, who my ancestors were. Those were important clues that I had to decipher on my journey so that I could reach out to my tribe, to my helpers, and strike a conversation with them. And it really is that easy. It's like picking up an intergalactic telephone, saying, "Hello, I would like to speak with Panther today." I know it sounds ridiculous, but it can be that easy. Some of you are more audio, or you like to talk. Some of you might prefer a shamanic journey where you're listening to a drumming track. You're going into lower world or upper world. You're meeting your guide. Some of you might prefer to draw out your guide or do automatic writing. Or maybe you want to pray, and the messages and the meanings will come to you in dreams or in signs and symbols in your waking life. Or it could even be messages through another person to you. So there are just so many various ways. And I know there are some of you out there who use oracle and tarot cards. And you can get messages and information from your guides utilizing those as well. But the key in all of this is you have to have confidence when talking to your guides. Your guides, they're not here just for you. They have other people they work with. They have their own life and their own purpose beyond the corporeal existence you're familiar with. They have their own responsibilities. They're not there to be at your beck and call and answer 20 questions every day. So you need to respect their time. You need to respect the fact that if they give you an answer, don't ask the same question phrased in different ways 6 more times because you don't like the answer they gave you. It is tiring for them. It is tedious. And it's a little like, hey, we already told you the answer. It's a little disrespectful. Obviously, if you've done that, Shake it off. It's okay. They love you and they're going to be there for you nonetheless, but they might also troll you or just kind of like not answer you and just kind of ghost you a bit. So don't expect them to always be answering, especially if you ask the same questions over and over and over again, expecting a different answer. And that goes for tarot and oracle too. Always go with the first answer you are given, even if you don't understand the answer. Write it down. Write down what you got from the card. Try your best not to read the manual. Discern the card based on the pictures. Try and see the story. Try and see the symbols. Try and see the messages in the picture in regards to your question. Write down the cards. Write down what you picked up from the cards. And come back to what you wrote down a week later. Same with dreams. Same with messages. I recommend keeping a dream journal. Keeping a journal for all the times you meditate or journey. Keep a journal for all those times that you, listen to the sound therapy and not off to sleep and you have dreams or thoughts or whatever. Maybe driving in the car. What comes through your mind while you are in the car? Try your best to log, especially if you're at the beginning of your journey and you're feeling a little disconnected from your guides. When you are logging things, you are keeping a record you can return to, and it will give you confidence moving forward. I went back to records I kept 2-3 years into my journey, and it just gave me so much validity and confidence going, oh my gosh, I was talking to this guide back then. I didn't know. All I was getting was they had long ears and their skin was purple or whatever. And then several years down the road, you get a name. You actually can hear their voice. You can actually see what they look like. But you totally forgot that you were talking to that being before. But you recorded it. You came back to that. You were able to put 2 and 2 together. Records are important, especially when we're dealing with interdimensional space. Because just like dreaming, details do tend to be forgotten. Because you're traversing different realms of reality. And that happens. It's super normal. So trust what comes through the first time. Log what you receive. And be creative with the different types of ways you're connecting with your guides. Okay? So don't be afraid to try automatic writing if you've never ever done it. Don't be afraid to try and actually channel a guide. It's okay if you mess up. It's okay if you're just making it up as you go. It's worth trying because eventually, with practice, it will be easy and effortless, and your guide will come through clearly. So, moving on for today's episode, I really felt inclined to channel some messages from my guides to you. And I have not done this ever. So this is something new and playful for me. This is part of my practice. This is something I'm doing to demonstrate the vulnerability and to take that leap of faith and to do something out of your comfort zone. I'm going to channel English messages. I've been dabbling a little bit with it when I'm doing my light codes and singing, but today I'm going to call in some guides and I'm going to have them talk to you guys. I'm nervous about it, but I trust them. I trust you guys to have an open heart and an open mind, and I'm super excited to be able to facilitate this. So let's get started. I'm going to start with Shen because he's been a reliable guide for me, and he always has really unique wisdom to share. So I'm going to go ahead and start channeling him. Hello, I am Shen. It is very nice to meet all of you. It's nice to have you, Shen. So I guess I'm going to do this kind of like an interview. What are some things you would want the listeners to know about connecting to their guides, and just to understand a little bit more about the ether and how all that works. So it is just as easy to connect with us by asking. You might hear our response in your mind. You might hear a response in your heart. But we are everywhere at all times. We are beside you, and we are among you. We are within you. Your guides, whether intentional or unintentional, we are always cheering you on, whether you call on us or not. We are sending you signs, sending you signals, whether you ask or not. It is when you ask that those signs become clear. And it's important to pay attention when you ask for things from us. Pay attention to what appears in your life. Because sometimes you may ask for an answer, you may ask for a solution, and we'll send you that solution. It won't be the exact package you wanted it in, because you're not in that vibration just yet. But it will be something that is perfect for you in this point in time. But it doesn't meet your standards. So you say, I don't want that. And you keep passing by all the opportunities we send to you. But the truth is, we are sending you gifts, we are sending you answers all the time. But many times, people have an expectation of what they want to hear, what they want the answer to be. Clear yourself. Make sure that you are fostering a healthy body, a healthy temple, so that the answers come through clearly. You can call on us by name, but many of us don't have a name. We won't even give you a name to call us, because we just are. We are an essence. So what can they do to hear you more clearly? Practice. It always comes down to practice, because humans have such high filters because of their subconscious programming, because of their fears, because of their self-esteem. You have been told in your media and in your schooling and by your parents and by psychiatrists and psychologists and therapists that if you're hearing voices, that is a bad thing. So many people who hear their guides clearly doubt their guides. They will turn away from the messages. They will shut that down. Some people fear the messages they are hearing are not from their guides. And then they step into a place of fear. which opens them up to receiving messages that are not from their guides. So it can be paradoxical if you are not in alignment with receiving the answers you seek. But you just have to open your heart, and you have to practice. You just practice. You practice talking, feeling comfortable, being yourself. Don't be so serious. It's not serious. We want to see you as you are, shining as you are. We do not want to see some bravado, that you are this professional or that you're taking it so serious. It's not serious. You came here to have fun. It's all about connecting to yourself, connecting to us, having this experience of expansion in a physical body. It is so rare. Feel into your own skin. And know that when you are channeling a guide, if you choose to speak, you can call on me for practice. I will speak through you. I will practice with you. You just allow me to stand beside you, stand within you. You have full control. Emily can talk at any time she wants. But I am here. Thank you, Shen. So, tell us a little bit about, I guess about what makes the difference between a medium channeling, like angels, and channeling like your guides. Or what about people who are doing transmissions? Is there any difference between like light code transmissions and talking to your guides and having an interview, kind of like I'm doing with you? Is there any difference there? There are different vibrational beings. Some of you may connect with star beings. They resonate at higher frequencies because they actually are higher in the atmosphere. They're out in space. They can communicate with our race through DNA connections, through interactions with attunements and different vibrational waves that are being shared. Most of these beings are kind, loving beings, some of them not. But there are others who wish to connect with ascending masters, that wish to connect with their angels or their guides on the other side. That is a different frequency, because star guides are not, they have a form, they are living. Not all, but most of them are living. And the spirit guides are, in essence, spirit. We are in the fabric of the universe, and we are just supporting those that we have connections with, that we have been assigned to. We connect with them, we give them guidance, we help move them back on their path when they have strayed or when others have deterred them. When they decide to choose a new path, when they decide to take a full detour off their path, we are there to make sure that that transition is safe and comfortable for them. So we are not necessarily deceased, but we have no physical form. We just are matter or energy. Whereas star beings, they have form. elsewhere, interdimensionally. Ancestors are much of the same. They are spirit. They have no form. They are energy. They may have imprints, which is how you see them, how you hear them. And of course their spirit has that impression, but they are just in the between. Much like a video recording or a recording of something, you can re-listen even though they're not still there. Like, they may have reincarnated, they have moved on to their next life, but you can still tune into the messages they held while they were that person, while they were connected to that being, that form. And in regards to animal spirits and connecting with them and channeling that spirit and energy, there is an archetype for every animal, and they embody the whole of that species. And you can connect with those beings in lower world. There's some in upper world, but for the most part, when you are connecting with guides, if you're connecting with star beings, they are interdimensional, they are still living, they have their own lives. And when you're connecting with spirit guides, we are already in the fabric of the universe. We are outside of time and space. We are just there. Same with angels. They are just there. That's really interesting. I did not know all of that. Knew some of that, but I didn't know all of that. That's some neat information. Thank you, Shen. Thank you, Emily. So when you are channeling, if you decide to try it this way, just know we stand beside you, or we can embody you. And we are going to have our own mannerisms. We're going to have our own way of speaking. And many times when we are tuning into your body, we may make strange noises. We may be playing with your vocal cords. Every single human body is different, and it may feel very different than how we remember a physical body feeling. Or maybe we were a different gender. And so getting used to your vocal cords will feel very strange. Please be patient with us as we tune into your body and tune into you, so that we can give you the messages, we may communicate with you as clearly as possible. Now, I know Emily started working with me because she can tell when she allows her filters to get in the way, when my accent drops off, which some of you may have noticed several times during this transmission, this channeling. Emily did get excited and try and step in, and that's okay. Just be patient with yourself and be patient with the guides you're working with. Be open to the process of communing, merging, and know that if you're working with your guides, if you don't want to channel them, you can always stop and they will always leave. There is no possession happening. We're not taking over your body. Those are some fears some people may feel. But we step in and we step out because we are already attuned to you, because we're part of your spirit team. Okay? Thank you so much for having me. I am so grateful for you listening and for being open to the information I have to share. And I hope that some of you will try speaking with me. Just call on me and I will be there Thank you, Shen. So I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. The interview with Shen. I did get nervous. I actually I paused the tape and I asked Shen not to use my real name, and he did it anyway. So, yeah. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. You guys know that I'm Rainbow Raaja. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hope you guys liked that. And if you guys have any questions or anything to say about that particular this episode, just reach out to me. I love hearing from you. All right. Well, I hope you guys give that a try for this week, and I look forward to our guest at the end of the month, Althea. She's going to be doing a really incredible collective channeling and attunement. She will also be doing a healing for all of you tuning in. And her transmissions are just really powerful, and I enjoy getting them. So I hope you tune in for that episode. It should be really, really fun. All right? Keep working, keep rising, and, just keep ascending. Are you ready to ascend to the next level? This is Rainbow Raaja, your spirit guide calling. Please be sure to keep all arms and legs inside your vessel at all times. I'm just here to remind you to take some time today. Support Rainbow's Rising podcast. Go. Join the Discord community. Check out the Patreon. Get some stickers, custom tarot cards. Check out the merch. The merch. You know you want to. Go connect with Rainbow Raaja. Maybe even get a session. Who knows? Your support helps make this show possible. And she loves to support you. Help support her too. Once again, this is Rainbow Raaja, your spirit guide, guiding you to your ascension.